and for the next 13 weeks, I'll be your host as we experience the joy of drawing.
And I'm Joel.
I always like to film outside because it clears your head. It's nice to get out of your own thoughts for a little while. I'm going to be drawing some stuff on this channel, and you can follow along if you want, but you don't have to. I just like to draw on mornings like these. Let's get some chairs in here. This is the perfect spot.
Yes, sir.
We're headed over to that tree. Well, that's not good. Everybody makes mistakes. Off we go. Today, I want to draw a certain special someone named Bob Ross. Now, I've drawn him before, but drawing is all about practice, and I think I could use to do it again. So I'm going to lay out some steps for you if you want to follow along, and we can get started. I'm going to set this here so it doesn't blow away. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one big circle, as close to a circle as I can. And that's to show me right about where the sides of the face are going to be. It's just a guideline, just to help you get started. Now that I've got, and well, it's not a perfect circle, but it's close enough, I'm going to do some lines where the middle of his face is going to be. And then right about here, where his eyes are going to be. Now we can add the sides of the face. So here's a forehead line right there. Nice and bold. And then we'll go down to his chin. And up his jawline. And then we've got a good face right there. That's good. Now I'm going to add the ear and the neck. So I've got that right about in position. Now, you do an ear right about from this line, which is the middle of the eyes, to where the bottom of the nose is going to be. And we can just guess. So this here, as you can see, is his head and his shoulders. And we'll fill in all those little details later, like adding his collar and his shirt down here. I'm going to add a circle right here to give me a rough idea of where his nose is and the shape of his nose. So then you can just fill it in with those details, like his sides and the edge and all that. Okay. Now I want him to be smiling, because he seems like a smiling kind of guy. So we'll add his smile right here. That's good. Alright, now I'm going to make some eyes, and how you shape your eyes and do all those little details is entirely up to you. But for me, I usually try to make sure that one of them is right along behind the line of his nose. It's going to be roughly football sheet. And the next one goes right there. But he's smiling, so we've got to make all those little crinkles, because when someone smiles, it's not just their mouth that does the work. So his eyes are going to be partly closed. Now I got to erase that. Now, if you wanted to do his expression any differently, you can feel free to do that. I wanted to have him smiling because he was always a happy guy. But you could make him looking stoically off into the distance, or doing finger guns, or any way you like. It doesn't matter, it's your drawing. There we go, that's roughly right. And it doesn't have to be exact. We'll go back through and clean it all up later. Oh, there's a bug. They're out and about today. Now, I've gotten everything kind of where I want it in his expression. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add his mustache and beard, and then his big hair. So here's his mustache kind of in here. And it's going to go over his mouth just a little bit. And then lead into his beard. His beard's not too long. We're just gonna make it go a little deeper than his chin would. And then erase all this stuff inside of it. Because erasing can sometimes be just as important as the real drawing. There we go. There we've got his beard. And he's not the same without his hair, so let's make a rough line of where his hair's going to come up. And right about, I don't think it's that high up, where it's going to come down. And it's hard to find a hairline with something like this, but I think it'll go kind of like this. Now I can erase that line there. There we go, we got kind of a swoop going on. And before I get any further, what I'm going to do is erase all the guidelines in his expression as well. Because we don't need those anymore. Now, as I'm doing this, if you have less things to clean up with your eraser, you can feel free to catch up or add any of those details that I might have missed, because my style is probably different than yours, and that's okay. That's what makes it art. Everyone's different. It can look however you want it to. Page keeps flying up without the eraser. Oh, stay put. Okay. Well, if I can find my pencil. There it is. I'm going to add that collar that I didn't earlier. And there we have it. Alright. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to clean up all those lines because they're kind of just rough sketch right now. Okay, so now that I've got everything cleaned up and all these little details taken care of, I'm going to start to shade. I'm going to go with the face first, and then I'll move on to his hair, his beard, and his shirt. I'm going to speed this up for you because everyone shades in different ways, but if you ever want to stop the video and get back in the direction of it, you can go on ahead. As you might have seen, partway through I realized that he needs to have teeth, and I put this little gap in there and I kind of did some shading. I did the same thing for the details in the ear and some of his chest hair right here. And you can add all those little things if you want, or you can keep it more simple because, you know, it takes a lot of work to get up to something complicated. Mine isn't even all that complicated. After this, I'm going to sharpen my pencil because it got dull. And then when I come back, we can work on the hair. Now I started on the hair a little bit here, and I hope you don't mind. But I did that so that I can show you, well, first of all, you can get that nice shading even just with a simple pencil. You don't need any charcoal or fancy tools. But then you start to see some of these lines, like you see right there. So I'm just going to smooth it out with my finger, just like that. And you can try it too if it works for you. You might start doing it like I do. Now that I've got all the hair down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to texture this shirt. It's got kind of a back and forth pattern like that. So I'm just going to do these thin lines and then back the other way. And then I'll smooth it out with my finger. Alright, now I signed my name right here, and I've got everything finished. So I'm going to do a side-by-side of this picture and the real Bob Ross, and then we'll see what Joel drew while I was doing this the whole time too. So this here's my drawing, and then Mr. Ross. And if you have any way that you did it differently, I'd love to see what you came up with too. Because mine's more of a cartoony likeness, and that's okay. We all do it differently. Now I've got to put in Joel's picture. We'll see what he did. So you can see how Joel's and mine are quite a bit different. And that's all right. He does things a little differently, that's all. We all do things a little differently. But I can assure you from the both of us, we had a lot of fun making this video. And we plan to make more as we continue to draw this summer. We hope to see ya.